Hey my friends, my name is Rick and welcome to my Cape Cod life. It's a rainy day outside today, so join me in the kitchen. I'm making sauerkraut. So I just need to slice the cabbage as thinly as I want. That is a firm cabbage. Alright, so I'm not going to boil you with this. Maybe we will go into hyperdrive. So now I'm going to weigh my cabbage, but actually units, we want to switch over to grams. Alright, I have this set on grams. We want to weigh out the cabbage because I'm going to do 2% salt to it. So there we go. The bowl on. Alright, so we have 1,561 grams. So that calculates to adding 31¼ grams of salt. Alright, now we will measure the salt. You do not want to use salt with iodine in it. I am using kosher salt, because that's what I have on hand. All right, let's weigh out the salt. All right, I measured out 31 grams of salt. Adding the salt. Now I'm going to work that salt in, squeezing, throwing it on the counter. I basically want to start squeezing. A bigger bowl would probably be better. And we're drawing out the liquids is what we want to do. Alright, so let me put it in hyperdrive. Alright, I'm going to use this tool. This is acacia wood. We'll be using it again when we're packing it into a jar, but it's just to mash it. We want to bruise it, we want the juices coming out, so I'm going to do that for a little bit. We'll go back to hyperdrive. Where we are. And that's what we want to see. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to put a towel on it, and then I'm going to let it sit for a bit. I'll be back. I'm gonna cover it with a tea towel, like so, and I'll let it sit there. I have some errands to go run, so I'll see you in a little bit. All right, this has been just sitting around a few hours. Let's check on it. That's what we're looking for, that kind of fluid. We want to get more, so let's give it another run around, squeeze down. All right, I'm bringing this bad boy back in, but I'll put it on time lapse. Now I'm going to start packing it into a jar. I'm going to take this pack and I use the other end, the small end, which is made for a small mouth mason jar, and I'm going to keep pushing this down. All right, let's speed it up. All right, so that's the first jar. I have some more. I'm gonna make a second jar. That jar, I'm adding caraway seeds. That way we can compare it when it's ready. All right, it's time for jar number 2 with the caraway seeds. Now what we're doing is lacto fermenting. Now in this case, lacto has nothing to do with dairy. There's no dairy in it. It refers to lactobacillus, which is actually a bacteria, but it is good bacteria. And its benefits to us of eating it is like good gut health. It helps with the flora of our gut. So like before, I am just gonna keep packing this. There won't be as much as this one, but that's okay. Let's talk a little bit more about lacto fermenting, because what happens is in fresh produce, there's microbes, and these little microbes are just so good for our gut health. You know, it's kind of like I'm making medicine. So I keep getting this. A lot of liquid here, so you know, basically salt and cabbage, and in this case, in this variety, I added caraway seeds, 3 ingredients. Now this is going to ferment for anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. I'll keep tasting it, and when it's where I like it, well then basically we'll put it in the fridge. The fermentation will slow way down, basically go in hibernation, and I will have this for months in the fridge. It will last. Okay, now I'm gonna use this chopstick. Let's make sure it's packed down there and there's no like ear pockets. Good. Now I need to weight these down and keep the cabbage submerged in that liquid. I have one of the outer cabbage leaves that I saved. It's clean, I washed it. So I'm gonna stuff that on the top. And then I'm going to add this glass weight to keep it submerged. Okay, that's too big. Okay, so let's clean the lip and the top. And now I need my silicone vapor locks or ear locks. Now these have like a little hole on the top. It allows gas to escape but nothing to get in. So that's what I use for my hot sauce. All right, there we go. Now I'm gonna put them somewhere room temperature, out of the sunlight, and in a couple of weeks we should have some sauerkraut. I'll see you then. So here's the finished sauerkraut. The blue cap on the left, that says the regular old straightforward sauerkraut, and on the right is the one I made with some caraway seeds. They had oxidation on the top. I took that part of it off. All right, folks, let's try the sauerkraut. I made this. It's good. It still has texture. It's not like a mushy sauerkraut. Has a great acidic level. The tanginess it's made is cool. Lacto Fermented sauerkraut. It's really kind of amazing, and it's very healthy for you. But because I'm not used to eating a lot of this, I wouldn't eat more than a tablespoon or two, you know, in a sitting at any time, because you'd get bloated otherwise. But if I use it, like if I cook with it, that would cut down on that. But then I wouldn't have all the good microbes for my gut. So one more bite. You should try making sauerkraut. So good. So this was a great experiment this season. Next year, or maybe even before, I'm hoping to get like a big crock and be able to make a whole bunch at one time, or more than I did. I love what you have to say, so feel free to leave something in the comments, questions, comments, anything. So there you have it, homemade sauerkraut. It's worth trying. As always, my Cape Cod life.